Everybody second that? Maybe. And Rick, Andy. Yeah.
All set?
Yeah.
We're all set. Okay, call this meeting to order. It's a special town board meeting in Town of East Troy. It's November 13th, and it's 5:30 PM. We'll call the public hearing to order on the budget. We are now in order. I'll do a roll call anyway. We don't have that listed, but Clarkowski here.
Wales here.
Reyes here.
Church here.
Walker here.
All right, the first item on the agenda for this is the discussion regarding the 2024 Sanitary District Number 3 proposed budget. Jean, anything to add?
No, everything stayed the same that we presented at the budget workshops. Do I need to go through it for you? Okay. Revenues, sale of water, $13,033. Interest earned, $900, for a total of $13,933 in revenues. Expenditures, utilities for electric and gas, $21.75. Repair and maintenance, $300. Office supplies, $15. Labor reimbursement, $4,500. For outside services, monthly service to municipal well and pump is $2,760. Hydrant flushing is an additional $400. Miscellaneous charges if needed, $1,500. Lab fees to Northern Lake Service, $1,733. Dues and fees expenditures. Public Service Commission and Advanced Assessment is $100. Rural Water Membership, $150. Wisconsin DNR dues, $125. Postage, $175, for a total expenditures of $13,933. Current projected fund balance as of September 30th was $20,281.
Okay,
Any questions?
I have none.
I do
Anybody
not.
have any questions?
No.
Okay. All right, discussion regarding the 2024 landfill proposed budget.
The landfill budget, we have got a great increase in interest earned. So $48,664, I think, for 2024. An interest transfer to the town of $31,049. Testing fees are $15,380, which total expenditures are $46,429, which actually gives us an increase at the end of 2024 of $1,177,506.
Any questions? And there's also been no changes on this one from the last meetings. No questions?
No.
Okay. All right, discussion regarding the 2024 Town of East Troy budget.
Okay, the total assessed value for the town after our last market revale went up to $1,192,754, or $754,100. The levy increase, is an increase of 5.56% to $2,002,047.97. Just a little general information to begin with. The town's portion of the mill rate is dropping from $2.49 per thousand of value. So if your house is worth $300,000, the town, in 2022, the, 249 was the mill rate for this year, so the, that would have been $747. Because of the revale, the town's mill rate is going down to $1.68 per thousand. So on a $300,000 house, the taxes will go down to $504. So a $242 drop. Okay, on a $300,000 house. Okay. Starting with revenues, shared revenue increased, of course. The Walworth County ARPA payment is a one-time payment. We still don't have the final number from the county yet, but it's included in the intergovernmental revenues of $33,243.29. Building inspection permits increased. That's under licenses and permits, but 80% of that goes back to the building inspector and 20% stays with the town. Snow and plowing fees increased due to costs. Garbage collection is a wash. When it comes in, when it goes out, and then of course, interest revenues are up. Because the interest rates are up. Does anybody have any questions about the revenue portion?
None.
Anyone?
No,
I
thank
do
you.
not.
No? Anybody? There you go.
I would just like it, the interest rate went up on, two of the budgets. Can you just explain a little bit?
Oh,
Reasoning for it?
In a huge way.
where most of our accounts are, the bank that we use, it matches the LGIP rate for all 100% of our balances. So right now, it's like at 5.39%. So that's why we used to be down, 1% if we were good, so.
So is that a guarantee for 2024?
I'm sorry?
This 5 point whatever interest rate, is that a guarantee for the whole year of 2024?
Well, we fluctuate with the LGIP rate.
Right.
So it just matches. So it's not guaranteed. The LGIP rate changes every month. The landfill CD is locked in, obviously, and that is coming due the end of this month, and I need to renew that, but that's on the regular agenda.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and then the next page is the expenditures. Some general information there. Employee wages went up 3% for negotiated contracts. Retirement paid for employees by the town is up from, this year it was 6.8%. Next year it's going to be 6.9%, and that's set by the state. Health insurance premiums for the town share for a family plan went up to $2,175 for the town, but for the employee share, it increased by $2,376. The employees are actually paying a greater share of a family plan, of the increase. So altogether, it went up quite a bit. So with going into the general government, there's a slight increase for the town board because of the newsletter, printing and postage. Municipal court had a slight increase for office supplies and postage. Legal, slight decrease, I'm hoping. General administration and clerk of court, that would be Jennifer Olson. That was just wages. Auditor left the same. Clerk, treasurer, wages and insurance. And then I increased postage because we have 4 elections next year. The elections, there was a decrease because the Badger books are purchased, and I should be able to use less poll workers for the elections because the Badger book process is so much quicker. Computer was increased because we have the upgrades for security and we have a monitored system now. Deputy clerk treasurer, Miss Jean, wages and insurance were the increases. Treasury, the software support fee increased. Property assessment went down because the revale has been completed. Now it's just a maintenance contract throughout the year. And at our board review, the assessor said we probably won't we won't need to do a revale for 7 to 10 years. Which is a good thing. Town hall building, that decreased, but will be amended for the police garage expenses once they're completed. That money is already in designated funds to pay for the police garage. Insurance, we had a decrease because we have fewer workers' comp claims and our rating went down. General government stayed the same. That's the money where we put money for, that's where we put the money for supporting the cemeteries. I talked to the gentlemen from Oak Ridge Cemetery, which is the one across from Michelle McDonald's. They said they're in really good shape right now. So they'd rather not tap into the money we've set aside, but they've been very appreciative of the town's support. Public safety, We've added one additional full-time officer, which will decrease the hourly and overtime expenses. And then a big, equipment is the emergency radio project, which is coming due next year. And there are some radio units to replace, and then, of course, squad updates. Water patrol, we decreased hourly wages from 20,000 to 15,000. Fire and rescue, decrease in 2024 for capital expenditures. Fire operating went down, but rescue operating went up a great deal. And in 2025, we'll see an increase there for the ladder truck and the ambulance purchases that have already been contracted out for. Building inspection, because he's been experiencing higher revenues, the expenditures higher. And once again, the money comes in and we pay back to the building inspector 80% of what he earns. Emergency communications was a slight increase. Correction intentions stayed the same. Public services, which is mostly DPW, there's a decrease in equipment, and then they also have the radio project coming due. New roads and old roads will address in the borrowing page, which is the next one. Snow plowing, there was a slight increase for overtime. Street lighting, a slight decrease. Garbage collection, of course, is a wash again because all the money we collect for garbage charges gets paid out to Don's disposal. Recycling increased because there's no more dirting at the compost site. Now we must rent a mulcher, so that's a $25,000 expense. So, but we're splitting it with the village, and I think because everything's done, it should go really good going in the future. It was a very positive experience. Park, we haven't shown an increase of $100,000 because we need to replace our playground equipment. Supervisor raises is going to be going out for bids and stuff and looking into different options.
And the other piece of that was some booth like stuff, right? Anna?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
The other piece, so it's actually up about 110 or 112 in there. The other
And
piece
the
is
other
booth
part is
like.
for Blue Lake, yeah, the 10,000 was for Blue Lake. Boat launch, there's a decrease because the parking lot maintenance was completed. And from now on, the DPW should be able to maintain and do crack filling from now on. Planning commission, one thing that's on the agenda for tonight is to increase the stipend that the planning commissioners receive, because that was last done in 2005. And then debt payments increased as we're taking out more loans. We have one loan that will be paid off in 2024 and two that will be paid off in 2025. Anybody have any questions on expenditures?
Anyone?
Thank you.
I do not.
None? None?
The next page is the 2024 proposed borrowing request. We put in $100,000 for the playground equipment. We received two tentative options that were like 75 and 95. So we're hoping it falls in that ballpark. The town hall building capital projects next year will be generators for both the shop and the town hall, or the police garage and the town hall, and then one for the shop. Also shop siding and gutters and the courtroom office remodel. Police department equipment, which includes the radio project, which is around $78,000. Fire and rescue expenditures as defined by the district, $226,690. DPW equipment, $45,000. And then new roads, $608,169, which will include repairs to South Shore Drive, Honey Creek to the village limits, the first section, Beulah Meadows, Wolfway, and Army Lake Road. And then old roads for seal cleaning will be Wilmers Road, Oak Ridge Road, Harmony Lane, and Division Road. Any questions there?
Slight change from our last meeting. Did you add, what did you add? Or is this the same? I thought I had a
For fire and rescue.
fire and rescue.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. All right, questions on the borrowing? Anyone?
I do not.
I do not.
Anybody in the audience?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right, I'll now call the special meeting of the electors to order. This would be anyone here that could vote, and looks like most of us. So we just went through with the discussion on these three parts of the budget. Now we're looking for motions to approve these three items. The first one, though, is only people that are on the board or residents of sanitary district number 3. Do we have any residents of 3? No. So this is the board, so we'll need a motion from the board.
I'll make a motion that the town of East Troy accept the proposed budget for sanitary district number 3 for 2024 at $20,281.00.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second?
Actual amount is $13,933. That's what we have in designated funds for.
I'm sorry, I amend my motion to $13,933.00.
All
I
right,
second with amendment.
all right, so Chad, second. Discussion? All right, hearing none on the motion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? None. Motion carries. Next item is motion to approve the 2024 landfill budget.
I'll make a motion that we approve the proposed 2024 landfill budget at $46,429.
That's correct.
Second.
Barb, Church, second. Anybody can make motions here too. All right, we have motion second. Any discussion? Hearing none on the motion, all in favor say aye. Opposed? Any? None. You need a count on that or no?
No.
All right, the last item is the 2024 Town of East Troy budget. That's the, basically, the 3-pager that Kim went through. So,
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to adopt the 2023 tax levy to be paid in 2020.
Second.
Do we need to,
for the Town of East Troy budget? All right. It was-
so is that actually the resolution or?
No,
The levy.
The levy.
It's just the levy.
It's
Okay.
the 4 million.
I'm sorry, who was the second?
I didn't hear a second.
Barb.
Barb Church second. Okay, any discussion? Questions? All right, on the motion, all in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed? None, motion carries. All right, we need a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second by Chad to adjourn the special meeting of the electors. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? None. Motion carries. All right, I'll now call a meeting of the town board itself to order. And I request we do a roll call again for the record. Clarkowski here.
Wales here.
Ray is here.
Church here.
Walker here.
All right, we're all here. All right. Now the board has to act on what just previously happened here, so we need a motion to adopt the 2024 sanitary district number 3 budget.
I'll make a motion that we adopt the sanitary 2,
Number 3.
3,
Budget.
district, sanitary 3 district budget for 2024 at $13,000. 933.
I'll second.
All right, Chad Wales, second. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? None. Motion carries. We need a motion to adopt the 2024 landfill budget.
I'll make a motion to adopt the 2024 landfill budget.
Second.
Bill Wooker, second. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion carries. And last one is motion to approve and adopt the 2024 Town of East Troy budget.
I'll make a motion to approve and adopt the 2024 Town of East Troy budget at $4,683,037.70.
Second.
Barb Church, second. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion carries. And lastly,
Read that.
yes, resolution 2023-11.
A resolution appropriating and levying the necessary funds for the operation of the government and administration of the town of East Troy for the fiscal year 2024. Whereas the electors of the town of East Troy, Walworth County, Wisconsin, having received notice of the public budget hearing and meeting in special session, together with the town board of supervisors, do ordain and approve the following funds for the operation of the government and administration of the town of East Troy for the fiscal year 2024. General government, $613,359.82. Public safety, $1,485,020.56. Public works, $1,744,436.35. Culture, recreation, and education, $163,042. Conservation and development, $4,950. Debt service, $672,228.97, for a total budget of $4,683,037.70. Further be it hereby resolved that there is hereby levied a tax of $2,002,047.97 upon all the taxable property within the town of East Troy, Walworth County, Wisconsin, as returned by the town assessor for the uses and purposes set forth in said budget. And two, the town of East Troy clerk treasurer is hereby authorized and directed to spread said tax upon the current tax roll to the town of East Troy, Walworth County, Wisconsin, dated this 13th day of November, 2023.
All right. Anybody see any changes on that? The only thing, minor thing I see is on the 4950, you could put a comma in there, but you could put that in hand, you know, when they sign it, they'll have the one with the comma in it, put the 4950. That's all I see. Anybody see anything else?
All right, so
No.
All right, we need a motion to approve resolution 2023-11.
I make a motion that we approve the 2023 Resolution 2023-11 appropriating and levying the necessary funds for the operation of government and administration for the town of East Troy for the fiscal year 2024.
Second.
All right, Bill Wooker, second. Discussion. Still roll call vote because we need a count. Clarkowski, aye.
Wales, aye.
Reyes, aye.
Church, aye.
Walker, aye.
Recorded as 5-0. None opposition. And that, I believe, is all the action that we have posted for that special meeting. So we need a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Chad and Barb. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Motion carries. All right, we have 35 minutes.